I'm really excited about getting the chance to meet with you and talk to you. For those of you who aren't familiar, we did an amazing session. Any of you that were on it were just, I got so much great feedback. If you remember Joni from Havenue, the woman that created this company that created handbags and masks and other products for people with disabilities. And everybody, I got so much positive feedback on that. And it was shortly thereafter, after that conversation, I don't know if it was a news item or what I learned about this website, Patti and Ricky. And it's a website that sells a variety of products for people with disabilities. And Alexandra, you're the founder. I want to dive into Patti and Ricky, but before we do that, share with us a little bit about your background and what led you to start this company, and then tell us what Patti and Ricky does. And then I'm hoping we can walk through some products because it is the holiday shopping season, and I think that this could really help our clients.
Yeah. Well, first, thank you, Stephen, so much for having me. I'm so honored. I love what you're doing, and I'm just happy to be here. And I also I look forward to getting connected with Joni because those masks are awesome, and look forward to talking with her too. So, but I'm Alex. I am the founder and CEO of PattiandRicky.com. I founded Patti and Ricky 3.5 years ago. I have dyslexia and ADHD, and I have auditory processing disorder. I have anxiety and depression since I lost my mom. And I also have a hidden disability called POTS, which is a circulation disability. And my mom was always my advocate and my everything. And then my mom, Patti, got diagnosed with brain cancer when I was 19 years old, when I was up at college. And I became her advocate and her caregiver. At 19, it was just her and I. And prior to getting brain cancer, my mom was really fashionable. My mom, Patti, was super cool, way cooler than me. She was fashion forward. Both my parents were in the New York City fashion industry, so she was very fashion forward. And when she got diagnosed with brain cancer, there was nothing fashionable for her that was functional. All the clothing that were out there were really gray and ugly. And I remember she asked me for a leopard print cane. And I was like, oh man, this is before Amazon. This was 13 years. Amazon was just selling books 12 years ago. And I remember going into a medical supply store that was just really depressing and gray. And I ordered her a pink cane with roses. And I saw that this beautiful cane that I ordered for her became this conversation piece. It was absolutely beautiful. People would approach her and say, oh my God, Patti, I love your cane. How's Alex? How's work? How are you doing? And I just saw the power of fashion. And I also saw with my cousin Ricky. So the name Patti is my mom, Ricky's my cousin. I grew up with him. He was born unable to walk or talk. And he showed me that his wheelchair was not only his vehicle to get where he needed to go, but could also be a fashion accessory and allow him to express himself. So I named the company after my mom and my cousin. My mom passed away when I was 21. I worked at a nonprofit in New York that was helping kids with learning disabilities. And then I went on to study at Columbia University Teachers College and study disability studies. I thought I would start a nonprofit. And kind of through my process of starting a nonprofit, I decided, wow, there's all this adaptive clothing out there, but no one's bringing together the adaptive fashion. No one's bringing, like the woman you had on, no one was bringing together these amazing designers, many of which have disabilities or a loved one with a disability. No one was bringing them together in a beautiful shopping experience. So that's what I did. I brought them together. We started 3.5 years ago with 12 designers. And today we have over 100 designers.
Oh man, I tell you what, I mean, I teared up there when you were telling your story. What an incredible story and an inspiration. And man, guys, we gotta get the word out about this. I love it. I want to see you be successful, and we want to get the word out about what you're doing. You know, it's so funny. Our discussion on Tuesday was a product called the Kanega watch. And you're familiar with personal emergency response
Oh,
systems,
yes.
the I've fallen in, I can't get up device. And the story that the founder of that product was very similar. Her mother was in the fashion industry in New York, and she the inspiration was, and I believe she referenced a leopard print outfit. She showed a
Really?
picture of her mom, and she said, "There's no way my mom is wearing a pendant around her neck." And so she created a very fashionable looking watch that to serve that same purpose.
Oh, I
So,
got to talk to her too. I got to talk to her
well,
too.
you know, like every good movement is that when there's multiple people out there, they're all sort of thinking in the same on the same channel, but the ability to bring them all together. And I think the fact that you have sort of this marketplace, it's a great venue to showcase a lot of this thinking of fashionable, adaptive products and clothing. So amazing. So all right. So let's dive into what are like out of curiosity, what is the top selling item that you all that you all have?
Yeah, I always want to make sure to mention for those that are watching that have maybe don't know what adaptive clothing is, just because I've done a couple talks where I'm like, oh, I hope everyone knew.
Oh, well,
um,
yeah. I'm jumping the gun. Give us an
but I
overview.
like it. I like the energy. So those that who don't know what adaptive clothing is clothing that has been adapted, has been altered to meet your needs. So we sell Velcro. Right behind me, we have a Velcro top. You would never know that it has Velcro closures, but it is a beautiful looking top. Everything that's on Patti and Ricky has to be fashionable and functional. I won't offer it if it's not both. And something that was really important to me was also to have things for people, whether you're born with a disability, you acquire a disability, you have a hidden disability like me. So we have fidget jewelry for people with anxiety and ADHD. We have essential oils and weighted blankets that really help with anxiety. We also have products for people with temporary disabilities. So I live in Colorado. If you're up on the ski mountain, you break your arm, I have a beautiful arm sling for you to go to that wedding after COVID's behind us. And also to have products for those that are aging, really bringing together disability as a whole. Because as humans, we all have different needs. And I really wanted to bring humans together and provide functional clothing and accessories. So, to answer your question, I don't know if I can pinpoint a bestseller because we have such a wide range.
Yep. And I want to comment on that too, is that the when you go to Patti and Ricky, one of the best things is, number one, it's doesn't sort of scream aging or disability or anything, which is, I think, is very important, is that it's and the fact that, because so often in our primary audience where we're serving older adults, is that there's sort of a stigma associated with growing older and any kind of disabilities that may come with aging. And so when you see sort of this intergenerational presentation of beautiful products, it makes it a lot easier for folks to go on there and purchase these.
Yeah, we want it to be beautiful and fun and like a beautiful shopping experience. And I think that I happen to believe that functional fashion is for everyone. Why are we buttoning if there's just smarter ways of going about it, for all of us. So a lot
Oh,
of our,
absolutely.
yeah.
My favorite shoes are the ones that I slip on, that I don't have to bend over and tie, because it's becomes a little bit more difficult for me to bend over and tie my shoes now.
And
And
now those
so,
are super cool, right? Those shoes that you could just slip on, those are
yep.
trending, you know. So
Hmm.
I think a lot of our products, I really want to bring functional clothing and accessories together for everyone. That's really just smarter design that make you feel good, that allow you to still express your individuality and your style. But just so when you wake up in the morning, the hardest part of your day doesn't have to be getting dressed, you know. So we really wanted to solve that for people.
That's great. Now, I notice I've got your website up on this other page here. I notice you've got a wide variety of things, but I see sort of the scrolling, a lot of jewelry and things of that nature. And at first, I was sort of like, well, how could jewelry be adaptive? But I know when I have tried to help my wife put a necklace on,
Mm.
how difficult that can be. Um, and granted, I do have some eyesight issues, but still, so I'm assuming,
Those clasps are so difficult. I don't know
yeah,
why we have those clasps anymore when we have, you know, magnet closures, and, you know, so you're not alone. I think everyone that wears jewelry struggles to put it on. And
yeah,
at the top of our website, we have our Fidget Jewelry, which help with people with anxiety and ADHD, like myself. I always love wearing our Fidget Jewelry because you can actually move the beads, and people aren't, like, I have a pen next to me. You know, a lot of people click their pen, which can be really distracting. When you have a Fidget Jewelry on, the attention actually goes to the beauty of the jewelry and not
wow.
fidgeting,
I've never even heard of that, but
right?
that is, yeah, I've seen the fidget spinners,
Mhm.
but again, to your point, now it's sort of like, what's he messing with? Whereas opposed to if I had, like, a lot of times I actually will play around with my ring there,
Yes.
but there's actually jewelry specifically designed
Yes.
for that.
It's quiet and you can move it around. We also have beautiful Braille embossed jewelry, which is very popular, of course, with individuals who read Braille, but also those that don't, that want to spread Braille awareness. We also have emergency alert pendants that look like David Yurman necklaces that you
You're
would press
kidding me.
back. Oh yes,
Oh,
so the ones that are scrolling, the big ones with the beautiful stones,
yeah.
actually, that's an emergency alert pendant.
Oh,
Um, we that also have magnetic clasps. We have easy on, easy off cuff bracelets. Um, so yeah, jewelry can be adaptive, and we love that we're kind of pioneering that and bringing these brands together to show that not only clothing can be adaptive, but also beauty products and accessories. So I love the jewelry we carry, and it is really popular.
yeah, that's great. What one of the when you were talking earlier about, sort of like, yeah, why do I have to? I've got a shirt that I love because it's got snaps on it instead of buttons. Okay, but and you sort of say, well, why are we dealing with these buttons when you could use Velcro or snaps? One of the examples that I always bring up in the adaptive world are the OXO Good Grips products,
I love those.
where it's like the best example is the potato peeler with this nice, huge, comfortable grip that you can use, as opposed to the traditional potato peeler. The grip is almost like a knife itself, and it just speaks to the fact that, yes, the origin of OXO Good Grips was people with arthritis, need a bigger grip. But at the end of the day, a bigger grip is better for all of us, whether you have arthritis or not. And I think some of your adaptive fashion is probably the same.
Yeah,
Um,
I want to show you.
yeah, it looks like you've got some samples back there.
Well, we found that many people with disabilities have been adapting their own clothing forever. And so they were actually looking for dressing gadgets to support them with their dressing instead of having to wear clothing that's maybe been adapted for them. So these are actually our buttons to buttons magnetic adapters that you actually connect to your existing button down shirt, so the
Oh
shirt
my
you're wearing.
God. So you can
You're wearing-
adapt any shirt to
Yes.
have a magnet. That is amazing.
I know, and it holds. It's really sturdy. It washes really well. You can and caregivers may have to support an individual with a disability to put them on, only because you need to make sure to have dexterity to put them on. But once they're on, they're not going anywhere unless you really attempt to take them off. But the hold is really strong, and I love this because if you're not looking to have adaptive clothing, we really wanted to have things for everybody, and not everyone wanted the actual clothing. So so I love those. So just to speak to your point, your shirt you're wearing right now, can be adaptive as well.
Yeah, I know when you think about it, the only adaptive thing that I know of is the little extender when my neck gets so big that I can't put a tie on, but that doesn't make it any easier. I love that product. I mean, I would love to use something like that on all of my because I never button my sleeves anymore because I just hate doing those buttons. But if those were little magnets there, that would be a lot easier.
And then it attaches right to those buttons as well. So you can have some fun.
Yeah, no, that's great. Let's see. Let's see. We got a question or comment here. It says, so while I have families and friends that fall into seniors, how do I know which of your products would be good for them? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So this question is saying, how do I know which of your products would be good for somebody who falls on the autism spectrum? Is there a way to sort of sort by different disabilities on your website, or how can folks sort of identify what might work?
So we don't categorize by disability, but we do categorize clothing and accessories.
Okay.
So we have a lot of people that reach out because I always say that if you have a child or adult with autism, something that may work for one person with autism might not work for another person with autism. So you might have
So it would be, if you sorted it that way, you might be missing opportunities or sort of changing preferences. I tell you, like, I know you're a small company, but do you ever sort of take calls from folks to sort of hear about their situation and then make recommendations?
All the time. I think, and if this I'm just trying to see the name of the person that asked him. If you were to have called me, I would probably suggest if the individual is able to voice what they might need, to of course ask them. But things that are fabulous for many individuals with autism and anxiety is weighted blankets. Our compression vests are phenomenal. That feeling of compression can help a lot of people feel more calm. So our compression vests we have compression clothing that can be really great for individuals with autism. So I would love to talk to anyone who would like to call me. You can email us at info@pattyandricky.com. And we also have our phone number at the bottom of our website. It's a 303 number. And
yeah, I'm dropping that into the chat.
Yeah, please always give me a call. And if we don't have something you're looking for, we'll send you elsewhere. We'll find it. If it exists, we will find it and send you elsewhere.
Well, and I'm kind of curious about the evolution of your company, but it sounds to me that we're on the same path, in that I love talking to the readers of our publication and hearing about their problems, because when people share that with me, we will add additional content. We'll try to find a resource, because the chances are, if there's one person who's picking up the phone and calling in, there's hundreds of others that are in the same situation. And so I can see that your business probably evolved over the years. You've gone from 10 designers to 100, probably through that process of just talking to your end users.
Exactly. We have a suggestion section at the bottom of our website where people can suggest what they're looking for. And then we do our best to find it. Because again, just like with what you said, Stephen, if one person's looking for it, so many others are too. You're not alone. And if it's fashionable and functional, I'll carry it. If it's not, we'll send you out, we'll send you to them. Especially with COVID, we really just want to be a resource for people to find products that help with independence. People with disabilities, seniors, patients are having to be more independent than ever right now.
Yeah.
And when COVID hit, we paused because I just didn't know how I was going to be promoting products when people are suffering and right now. And then someone said, Alex, so many of your products are so essential for people that are home right now.
Absolutely.
And so I kind of kicked back, like, we kind of pushed fashion behind and we lead with our products that provide independence. I actually have, since COVID, this has been a really popular product. It looks like a baseball cap, but this is actually a soft protective helmet. So if you're prone to falls, or seizures, like for my grandmother, who actually we pulled her out of an assisted living during COVID. We now have her wearing, she actually likes this one because she runs cold. So we have a beanie one as well.
That is amazing.
You would never know that it's a soft protective helmet. And we were worried about leaving my grandma alone because she was so prone to falls, like alone even in the living room while we were in the kitchen. So having something that we knew that would protect her head, especially because she's on blood thinners. So this has been really popular because people are having to be more independent than ever. Maybe you have a new caregiver than you normally would have because of COVID. So this has been really fabulous. And just to have that reassurance that their head is protected.
Yeah, I mean, you can see, like, when you brought that up, I remember when I was a kid and my orthodontist told me that I needed to wear headgear 24/7. It was like, there is no way. It's like, okay, so I had braces for an extra year because I'd only wear it at night. But when you think about, like, whether it be an older adult or a young person that needs to wear a helmet for their protection, it's a life and death situation, but just the anxiety that the look of that product may add, having something beautiful like that makes such a big difference. I love the little beanie there.
And you again would never know. And hey, if I called my grandmother and said, hey, I'm sending you a soft protective helmet, she's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
When I sent her this, she was like, oh, I love the color. We have beautiful colors, and she feels so much more confident also wearing it. It's only built her self-esteem and confidence and made her feel good fashion. But the look is extremely important to us at pattyandricky.com. We will not sell it if it's not cool.
Yeah. So to that end, and I don't want to put you on the spot here, but I'm curious, like, have you stumbled into products in the years that you've been operating where it's like, wow, this is very functional, but it needs a fashion upgrade? Have you worked with any of the manufacturers or the producers to sort of help them kind of move their product into a more fashionable bucket?
Yes, I definitely have worked with many designers because I think when a designer or an inventor comes up with, especially a patented product, they're just so happy that it's helping so many people that fashion becomes an afterthought.
Yeah.
So I have had a couple calls where I'm like, hey, let me know if you want, some support with this or connection to my other designers, or any help personally with this. But, call me when you're making this in rose gold.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's a little gray, So, fashion is super important. I saw that with my mom and my mom, Patty, my cousin, Ricky. I saw how that feel good fashion made them feel good. And, everyone wants to look and feel good. So it is super important. And sometimes it can be an afterthought.
Monique has a good question she says, in terms of payment, are any of these products Medicare compensated or private insurance? Is there any way to any of the products that you have? Is there a way to utilize a third-party payment source?
So that's a really fantastic question. Thank you for asking. This is a hard one because all of our products are functional. So you would think that they would be covered. But I've had, as you know, we've been in the business for 3.5 years. We've had a really hard time getting things covered, specifically because they are a little more expensive, because they are, I will tell you, all of our products are incredibly high quality. They are going to last. They're made in tiny, small batches. The 100 designers I work with are all small businesses, and I'm a small business. So our prices are higher. They're not a big batch out of the US.
China or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
most of our products are made in the US. And, you know, I've had some hard time, like we have a lot of products for patients and patients with breast cancer. And we have some beautiful bras for women going through breast cancer that are also functional for that time. And we've had even a hard time getting those covered because they're $28 instead of $15, but they're beautiful. And the $15 are gray and ugly, you know. So to answer your question, we recommend submitting it and talking to your insurance company, talking to Medicare, and I will help you in any way I can, but I can't guarantee. And and to be honest, it's been really challenging for many of you.
Yeah, I can, many of the people who tune into these know the challenges of dealing with Medicare. It's a great question. And what I would say to the audience is if anybody has any resources, that'd be great. But, you know, case in point, it's sort of like when I saw the helmets that you had there and just how beautiful those look, you know, and, you know, I like to bring up the example of the wheelchair. The wheelchair that we are using now is the same exact ugly wheelchair that we were using 40 years ago, and it's Medicare reimbursable. Okay. There are some absolutely amazing designs for wheelchairs out there, but I don't think that they qualify for Medicare. You would have to pay for that out of pocket. And so, so I think, somebody is mentioning the stylized helmet.
Yes.
I think the first thing is that it goes to the producer of this. It's sort of like getting something qualified as a medical product, and then adding the bells and whistles, but it's those bells and whistles that drive the price up that might make Medicare or an insurance company not approve it. But
and I read here, does the stylized helmet, as an example, meet standard safety standards? And on our website, on pattyandricky.com, if you look this up, we have the legal jargon that I have to say. And I know that I have to call it a soft protective helmet. But the company that we source has done numerous studies to show that they're incredibly protective for individuals that have seizures and are prone to falls.
That's
I do have legal jargon, I have to say, you know.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. It's sort of,
You don't want to use them you're not using them on a bicycle. You're not using them on anything like that. This is
no, but what I like about those two products are the people that are more than likely wearing those were opting out of wearing anything to protect their head. And so from that perspective, they're life-saving products, you know, that now if there is a fall, there's a less chance there's going to be severe head trauma. Okay, so well, I see you got a bunch of products there. I love it when you pull these things out. So what else do you have to share with us?
And I have so many. So, and if there's certain products that anyone mentions that they're looking on the site and they want me to specifically, I have everything around me.
Okay,
but I guess
great.
I'll start with our adaptive shoes. And I also want to mention, we have recently partnered with Zappos Adaptive. So if you go to Patti and Ricky, and you're shopping our shoes, depending on the category you select, you might be connected to Zappos Adaptive to those shoes that you're looking for. So we're so excited to have this new partnership with them. So one pair of shoes we carry are these friendly shoes, and you can actually stick a dressing stick into them, just a little piece of Velcro. They zip here, which I have to say, zippers are super cool on shoes right now. And you're gonna step in to the actual shoe. So, and these work great for individuals with AFOs and orthotics. So you just step right into the shoe, just putting on your shoes easier. You don't have to lace them up. They come pre-laced, and you just, again, zip them. We have them in really cool colors for women and men. and you just zip them up like that. So
Now you mentioned a dressing stick. What is?
yeah, so some individuals actually will use a dressing stick to support them with certain, like in terms of getting certain pants on, different shoes on. So the stick actually will stick right into there. So if you're unable to use your fingers to grab, you can
Okay.
use, and the stick allows you to not have to bend over. So you would actually stick the stick in here, use the stick to lift up and pull over.
Wow. What a cool design.
So just helping individuals maybe be a little bit more independent than normal with getting their shoes on, but also they're super cool. Like white
Yeah.
cape right now, super trendy. You can wear them with dresses and pants. You know, the design is a patented design, and they're made by an OT who actually started the company. You know, a really great product. Yeah.
Now
So,
you had mentioned I was not familiar that Zappos had an adaptive
yes.
part of their website. That's a great resource, but I'm assuming we should go to pattyandricky.com, and that's Ricky with a Y, and then get to that website.
If you don't mind.
Your website. That'll help you out. Trust me, we are rooting for you. So guys, don't go to Zappos Adaptive, go to Patty and Ricky and go to it from there so she gets credit.
I will tell you that Zappos has been so incredible. You know, normally they would never work with a small business like us, but they believe in what we're doing. We're selling different things. So I work with small designers that maybe they can't work with because they're so big. We have products that are personalized. We have a custom, we do custom shoes. We have really cool moccasins for women and kids that are custom. You give us your measurements. Zappos can't do that, you know, where they have that hands-on personalization. So it was just, it was such a perfect partnership. So it would be awesome if you could go to Patty and Ricky and then go to Zappos. We get a very small cut of whatever you purchase.
Yeah. And I tell you, like, it is, hopefully you're going to follow in Zappos footsteps, because I just listened to a podcast about Zappos because the founder passed away recently. And when they started, they literally took pictures of shoes from the shoe store down the street, and people would order them online and they would go buy them and then mail them to them.
Yeah.
And now look at where they are. And actually, this is for everybody out there, the value of estate planning. The billionaire founder of Zappos did not have a will. So he's just like Prince, where his family is going to be going through all kinds of probate. Sorry to kind of move it in that direction, but I like going down these rabbit holes. Okay. What are some other cool products that you can share with us?
I also have here a magnetic belt. So you would actually put this belt through the loops of your pants and it magnets shut. You can hear the click, and it's a strong magnet. You pull it through and it snaps like this, and we have different changeable buckles. So you can have that.
Nice.
And they just magnet right on. So they look like this, and it's a strong magnet, doesn't go anywhere. They hold your pants up, and it's a really genuine, beautiful leather. We have them in different colors, different kind of combos of different styles of the actual buckle. And when I found these, I just thought they were super smart. We also have belts that Velcro that are really good looking. So it depends. If you have a pacemaker, you are not going to want to use magnets. So we do have a couple products that are magnetic. We make sure to have that warning to not use them with a pacemaker. But we wanted to make sure to have different options depending on what kind of closures meet people's different needs. Something I feel like it's really important to mention to those that are watching that might be caregivers. If you have any people that you're caring for that use incontinence products, we have these fabulous Care Zip pants. Let's see which today. Yep, this is the back. So these are Care Zip pants, and they're $39.99. They're fabulous. They last really well, wash really well. And what's cool about them is, let's see, it's a little snap at the top. They zip down here. They zip, this is a patented design. They zip here. They open fully to the abdominal. You won't find another pant like this. It's patented. And they're super cool for providing that dignity for the individual wearing them. So they actually open completely up this way so that you can get to the abdominal. Say you have a feeding tube or something like that in your tummy, but also they zipper completely inside the leg so that you can access incontinence products easily, quickly, and the individual wearing them, it's not a production. It doesn't have to be an issue. Okay,
well,
whatever.
I was just,
yeah.
I would, that is,
So they open in the middle.
that product there is in alignment. When you were showing us the magnetic belt, I'm thinking about the situations where in life where I've had to assist somebody
Yes.
with, buckling their belt or what have you. And it is a production,
Yes.
but a magnet makes it easier. And
Yes.
that product is brilliant.
Yes.
And that this is one of these, I mean, the self-esteem,
Yes.
the chip in, if you're incontinent and you've become incontinent and now you need assistance in this area, the last thing we want to do is make a big production about it. We want it
Yes.
to be simple and
simple, easy. It's a human thing. We all go to the bathroom, no big deal. You
Yeah.
don't have to take off your
exactly.
clothes, and because you don't have to change. You don't have to pull down. It's easy. Zip it up, zip around,
Yeah.
take care of it, zip it back up.
Awesome.
And when my mom was sick, that was something she was really reluctant to use incontinence products. And when I was actually picking her up, it was very challenging. And I think this is a product I wish I had when my mom was going through treatment and became weak and unable to get up to use the restroom. So this was something that really also spoke to me, as well as even the soft protective helmets. I was just so worried my mom was going to fall. So many of the products we sell, I so strongly wish I had, and know how beneficial they can really be. We do have a whole kids department. I think it's important to mention that. We have women's, men's, and kids. I have so many products. So, feel free to stop me, Stephen, if with me, I'm a talk.
No, I love this.
We have bags that go on the spokes on the wheel of the wheelchair.
Oh, this is great, because so many of us, if you've got a loved one or your clients or you work in a nursing home or assisted living, it's, functional things for people who are using wheelchairs. So I love that.
These are kids' designs. So if you see, they're very kiddish, but they're reflective.
But let me tell you, I can see a lot of older adults who would love to be sporting that on their wheelchair.
And we have adult designs too, so don't you worry. So you can put your cell phone, credit card, it's right there, right by your hand. When I found these products, I knew that I wanted to find something for the individual, not on the back of the wheelchair, something that they can grab their cash. They have things to do, putting it in your cell phone, having your mask and hand sanitizer in right now, making sure to clean your wheelchair as well during COVID. But these are reflective for safety. These are really popular for trick-or-treating for kids who use wheelchairs to stuff the candy in. And they're super cool. Again, I wanted to make sure to have cool products. These are available at pattyandricky.com. And I just love this. This was something I knew I needed to have on our site. And so these are super functional and for safety protective as well.
No, that's great.
Great gift.
It would be really, I could see that company maybe trying to get some licensing deals with universities where alumni could, display their logos and things like that.
Well, we will have, they partnered with a big, I can't say the name because I signed an NDA, but they have partnered. It's funny that you said that, with a big kids network that I can't mention. So it's on the horizon for people to get excited about for our kids line.
Well, and what a great move for that network to show how inclusive they are in thinking in thinking of everybody.
Exactly.
So that's great.
It's actually the first adaptive product they've ever did a licensing agreement with. So very exciting. Behind me, I have our Velcro tops.
Okay.
We have these for women and men. And kind of just like with smarter design, you won't find that puckering with Velcro that you find with regular buttons. But it was really important to this designer that you could still have fun with getting dressed. This looks fantastic for those Zoom meetings that you might have right now, because no one knows what your leggings you have on the bottom, sweatpants. But you can wear a high-waisted skirt with this, wear it with jeans, dress it up and down once COVID is behind us, and they wash well. This makes for a fabulous gift. as well as so many of our products right now with the holidays. People with disabilities, just like all of us, want beautiful gifts, things that they're actually going to use that are fun and beautiful. And we have those at Patti and Ricky.
Yeah, and that's why I'm really glad that we've got you on with some shopping days left. Now, out of curiosity, do your designers, like, for example, I know sizing can be challenging, but do you have a liberal return policy, or how does that work?
Well, with COVID, I'm definitely more chill than ever before.
Okay.
So, we're a very small business over here. We're very understanding. We would have asked 30 days. And we pay for, we have free shipping on our site, but we ask that you do ship it back to us. We're super small. We're lengthening that by a lot. Just, we're very small. Reach out to us. We're super accommodating, and we want you to be really happy. At Patti and Ricky, our customers are the experts. People with disabilities are the experts. Caregivers, parents with kids with disabilities. We're following you, and people with disabilities and seniors are involved in the design process of all of our products. Many of our designers have disabilities or loved ones with disabilities. So, I'm really in this also for the disability rights side of this, and making the fashion industry more equitable. So,
absolutely. And to that point, a comment in chat there is somebody says, I have a child with colitis who has to go to the bathroom 10 times a day. And each time it's a rush to remove his pants in time. So I'm excited about the Velcro and the magnetic belts.
Yeah, the belts we have in our kids section, they actually go like hotcakes because they're super great for all kids.
Yeah.
Belts are really challenging. Again, kind of like when you were talking about the clasps on the jewelry for your wife, belts can be really challenging for all of us. Again, they're not really that smart of a design. Our Velcro belts for kids are phenomenal. Those Care Zip pants also, the extra small fits young teenagers, so like 13, 14-year-olds and up.
Okay.
So we are going to be launching a teenage section. I have teenagers with disabilities helping me, and man, do I not know what's cool right now. They are making sure to tell me what's cool. So we're excited to have a teenage section as well in the upcoming months.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We got a few minutes where we can go. I love you just sort of showcasing these products.
Yeah. Well,
so feel free to pick anything out.
Yeah, let's pick some more stuff. I have, we do have the Fidget Rings, kind of like what you were saying about your wedding band so this has actually been designed for individuals with anxiety. It quietly spins around. We have a lot of different options of fidget jewelry. It was featured on the Today Show. We were featured in Shape magazine with these rings with our fidget jewelry. So they're super popular. We also have our Braille Jewelry. So if you have, which this actually says "Love Always" in Braille, and our Braille Jewelry, we have a lot of people that are not blind or visually impaired that purchase it. Maybe you have a special education teacher in your family that wants to rock some Braille Jewelry. We also have, while I'm thinking of it, you mentioned ties earlier. We have a new product that's actually crocheted, handmade, and it's an adaptive tie. So this makes it for a great stocking stuffer. It actually comes you put in the measurement that you exactly want of your neck and the length. And she has, it goes right over your neck, and fabulous quality and going to last. And again, crochet ties are super in right now. So, just having things that are cool and functional, this makes for a fabulous stocking stuffer. And, just really thinking about allowing people to express their style.
Well, I think one thing that this little discussion has revealed is just how archaic the design of our clothing is.
Yep.
Like, think about how difficult it is. I hate tying a tie, especially hate tying a bow tie. I've gone to the pre-tied ones, but but there's nothing wrong with something like that. You throw it around your neck and boom, you're there. And I know for sure, because I've heard stories of residents of senior living communities where it's fashionable to get dressed up for dinner, and how difficult it is for some men to get their tie on because of arthritis or something like that. But the belt buckle, I mean, the belt buckle was something that was designed hundreds of years ago, and we have the technology now to make a belt easier to use, and we should all be using these. This is really pretty cool.
We have just to show a couple more women's products. We have here a cowl neck top, really beautiful, so soft. It's made with bamboo. It's super soft, moisture wicking, great for individuals with the sensory issues. It's really soft. So it's really fast. And what's awesome is on the back, it has a leaf back. So if you are a caregiver, you actually pull up the sides and you lift right over the head.
Oh,
so you don't, again, have to have that struggle, which I had when I was dressing my mom when there was nothing out there. So this leaf back design that also looks beautiful.
Yeah.
We have some really fabulous pants. And Stephen, I should show you one other thing because I feel like it would be super. Is there any way to share my screen? I actually have one.
Absolutely. Just go ahead and share.
Yeah, we have right here. Can you see it? Is it possible?
Wait, you got to click that share screen button.
Oh, yeah, I feel like you might like this. So here, and pardon I have a lot of work going on here. But we have here, these are pants that we sell in our adults women's section. And you can see this drawing is actually these pair of black pants with a hidden, right here, hidden pocket inside the pants for a catheter bag.
Oh my God.
Now this pant went viral. Beautiful. It went viral. You will never know that there's a catheter bag pocket within your pants. Now the design of this, we actually import these from Australia from an incredible designer, and this went viral. People were just so excited about the possibilities, so that you don't have to strap it to your leg.
Oh yeah.
Or not wear that outfit you want to wear. So these pants are really great looking.
I love it. And earlier on you mentioned temporary disabilities. Is that for the person that needs a catheter bag permanently, obviously they're going to get this in every color that they sell. Yes. But so many times, many of us require a catheter or, and it's a temporary thing. So just imagine if you knew that this was available and you're being discharged from the hospital and you were able to place an order and get this so that, you can walk around your neighborhood with a little more dignity. I don't want to say dignity, but
no, I think it's okay. I think that to just feel confident, to have
you'll feel a little bit more confident. Yeah.
And I'm so happy you mentioned that, because we get that a lot where people are like, wow, I wish I had this product for my grandmother or grandfather or parent or my child, or I wish that this existed then. So if we can get out the word about what is adaptive clothing, that it does exist.
Yeah.
And that it can be fashionable and functional. And hey, I would love if you say it's available at pattyandricky.com.
Absolutely.
but I love that, this design, and I wanted to make sure to share that with you.
Oh no, I love it.
Yeah, those are cool.
Well, we're getting close to the top of the hour, so I'll say to any audience members, if you've got any sort of questions or comments, either raise your hand or type them in Q&A. But how about you pick a couple more products, and then
let's do some more. We also have, and this is actually on sale today. I have them in I have two colors. So we never do sales. I mean, we did a little Black Friday situation, but actually, should we announce our little promo code?
Oh yeah. You tell me. Okay, so Alexandra, Alex is going to give us a discount code, ProAging10, and you can get a 10% discount, right?
Yes.
Off products on the website. So hopefully that helps some folks that might be looking for some affordability issues.
Yeah, and we always have free shipping, which is I had no idea until I was an entrepreneur how much shipping really costs. So we save you shipping, and we'll cover shipping, and with that 10% off pro aging 10. We did a little Black Friday situation, but we never do sales. So we do have a sale, because I'm actually speaking to the designer of these shirts today on our Instagram Live. But these are a brand called Rebound Wear, and they're you have the typical zipper to the front. You have zippers that go all the way down the arm. So if you have a port you need medication here, you have a PICC line, maybe to get medicine, you have a PICC line here on your arm. You can access this. So this is actually a post-op, a post-surgical shirt that you can wear during treatment, keep you warm. We have a long sleeve one that I'm also holding, and you can get also to a G-tube. You can actually get to if you have a little G-tube in your tummy to get food or medication. You can also access that on the side. So you have a lot of strategic zippers. You have the main zipper, you have 2 and 3 here, and you have 4 on, and then you have 5 strategic zippers.
Wow. And it looks great. It doesn't, there's nothing. Yeah. Now, as you're talking have you established any partnerships with like hospital systems? Because again, I can see where somebody finds themselves in the hospital, and they've never done any research. They're not looking for this. And what do? They start cutting their clothing. They start doing stuff like that. And it would just be awesome if some of these hospital systems could introduce their patients to Patti and Ricky.
Yes, our individual designers have gone to the medical industry. With Patti and Ricky, I really wanted our approach to be more fashion forward.
Yeah.
But I would love to work with anyone and everyone and be friends with everybody, because I agree with you. Medical professionals, I wish that they would know that this is out there. We have a designer, and I don't have her product right on hand, but we sell her PICC line covers. So if you need medicine, say you have Lyme disease and you need medicine, they'll actually put a PICC line so they can attach medication, get it right to you, right? So doctors were saying to cut a sock and put it over the PICC line. And she was like, a sock? Oh, no. And she created a beautiful PICC line that's microbial and feels fabulous, easy to access the PICC line. So a lot of our products have come about because the individual couldn't find what they were looking for, and we're cutting their clothing, like you said, Stephen. So, yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Yes. How about, let's hear let's see what this is.
This is the long sleeve. So, and this would have been really great for my mom that was going through brain cancer treatment. She had a port. So to get easy access to that and stay warm, she doesn't have to put on a hospital gown. She can wear this because the strategic zippers allow the doctors to get access to those body parts they need.
Yeah.
And stay warm, because my mom was running cold in the treatment center. So I wish that I had this for her. And the fabric is fabulous. It's going to last. And a lot of people that purchase these end up wearing it after, the port's out and they're rocking and rolling and going on with their day. They'll still wear them because they look great.
Yeah. Yeah. And what ends up happening is what I love about some of the products that you're sharing with us is that I remember my grandfather, he had this cardigan sweater. It was just this one cardigan sweater because it was easy to get on and off, and that's all he wore. But the ability to sort of give folks some variety and feel fashionable is very important.
Yes. Should I show one more?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So behind me, we have our rain capes. Now, this is a product that actually was not designed for an individual with a disability. This was a product designed for commuter bicycle riders. It is a very cool rain cape that just so happens to be inclusively designed that it works perfectly for individuals with manual wheelchairs, walkers, canes, individuals that are amputees that that just need something to go right over their head. It's a fabulous rain cape. It's going to last. It's fabulous quality. It has reflective, for the logo is reflective. It helps with safety. We love having rain capes that are high quality, that are going to last, that are fashion forward and cool.
Well, I love that as an example because, many of your designers are creating things for people with disabilities. But that's a great example of you finding a product that was designed for bike messengers, who have the backpacks and they got to throw the rain cape over everything, and how that can now find a new market for people with disabilities. It's great.
There's so many
Um,
products that are designed for for more than just the individuals they maybe created the product for.
yeah.
And so we love also selling universal design products that
Oh, I
just help
love it.
more people.
Yep. Well, this has been fantastic. It is such a pleasure to meet you. I look forward to helping spread the word about pattyandricky.com. And that's Ricky with a Y. Um, Discount code is ProAging10 for 10% discount on anything there. Um, I will follow up with the recording and contact information for you. And I look forward to a long relationship with you and our community. I'm just delighted that we got to meet you today.
I'm so happy. It was an honor to be here with you. And I so appreciate your time, Stephen. Thank you so much. And for all those that are watching, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
Bye.